lost your color for a minute, now you black again. Yeah, I'm on a blockchain with it, and my blockchain monkeys full of octane in them. You know the vibe, plus we shredded than a motherfucker. Yeah, we crash monkeys. Yeah, we crash monkeys. It go Planet of the Apes, gorillas in a mess. All these bad rooms all over my shit. It go Planet of the.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a megastar right in front of my face. This is Mikel, the CEO of Snap Delivered. I told you I was going to deliver, didn't I? Here he is. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, great. Coming on the show.
Before we get started, and all your followers, all your listeners, and everything, no. Like, we were going to talk about Snap. Whenever I first talked to Eagle, I said, listen, I don't know if I can do your show because there's two things I rep. Snap Delivered, which is our delivery company, and the greatest team on the face of the earth.
God.
You might want to take your sunglasses off to see that. I'm just kidding. Or keep them on. No. I mean, listen, I love rivalries. I love competition. You know, one of the reasons why we started our Snap Delivery company in the delivery space is because you've got these big companies out there, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, these companies, and what they've done is they've gone out and they capitalized on technology. I mean, 10, 15, 20 years ago, you definitely didn't have an app that you could pick up and push a button and have food brought to your house in 20 to 30 minutes. Now, you might be able to order pizza, might be able to order Chinese food by calling on this and that. Maybe websites started kind of out. But nowadays, it's come to a point where you can press a button on an app and you can have whatever you want from wherever you want within 30 minutes to an hour and a half. And so, I mean, shoot, nowadays with Amazon, you can get same day delivery on things. When I want something, instead of going to the store, sometimes I'm looking at it and I'm like, I need to go to the store and get it on Amazon within 5 hours. But so I don't know how much you want me to just go into it.
Unleash it, baby.
All right. So, the reason why we got into delivery is a partner of mine. I mean, I've owned all kinds of businesses. I started out in direct sales or network marketing, whatever you want to call it, 20 plus years ago. And I loved it. I built big teams of people. But what I got frustrated with the industry is you had a product all the time that once people got tired of that product, or it was overpriced, or something else came along that was shinier and prettier, you would lose a whole team of people. And then direct sales network marketing wasn't based on people already doing something.
Right.
It was based on you had to get people to start liking something new. And so delivery came out, and my business partner, Tony, called me one day. He goes, hey, Tony's one of the most laid back people, most reserved people. He lives in Wichita, Kansas. He started a delivery business. He'd made a lot of money, but when he said, hey, I'm thinking about getting, we're in delivery, you should look into it. And I'm like, what happened? Like, I thought he was a delivery driver. I thought things had really gone down all the way. Because there used to be a stigma of delivery drivers. Like, it's just somebody that's wanting to smoke a lot of weed, make enough money to go home and play video games. Like, that was it. That was the stick. Nowadays, the gig economy has changed that.
Oh my goodness.
Because
not to cut you off real quick, but today I just got into an Uber car, right? It felt like she was a professional in her business.
Yes.
Car was clean. She was dressed nice. She had a little screen in the back of her car for us to do quizzes on. You know what I mean? All the amenities of a great professional driver. I asked her, I said, do you do any Uber Eats as well? She said, yeah, but I still don't really like it because of the they don't really pay well enough. I said, well, I have a new service that is going to be coming to the area. It's called Snap Delivered. I said, they only charge $2 per every order. And she was like, send me a link. Send her the link. It was just that easy because you are looking at $2 as compared to 15 to 30% per order.
Yeah, the restaurants get charged 15 to 30% on every single order. And we charge $2, but whoever refers that restaurant to us gets 40 cents on that order in perpetuity as long as that restaurant's delivering with us. So that's where real residual income comes in. And then on the other side of it with drivers with these other companies, the biggest thing is these other companies were tech companies and then decided to put delivery into it.
Right.
It's not that they were focused on delivery and customer service first. We started doing delivery and we had an app and it was all about customer service, making sure the restaurants were taken care of, making sure the customers were taken care of. So with us, these other companies, they'll try to get the drivers to do the most amount of work with the least amount of pay without just letting them know and being transparent. With us, our drivers make $3 on every single order flat. That's charged to the customer, because I look at this. Delivery is a service. It's not a right. You know, as I tell restaurants is like, listen, if you had a customer that was doing, you had valet parking out in front of your restaurant, would you run outside every time a customer pulled up and pay for their valet parking? And they're like, no. Well, then why do you do it for delivery? Like, why are you paying 15 to 30% on every order for somebody getting a service? Now, I don't think the customer should be gouged. And that's what's happening a lot of times. So we wanted the restaurants to be taken care of. We wanted the drivers to be taken care of, and the customers. So the restaurants only pay us $2 an order. The restaurants only pay us $2 an order. The drivers make $3 flat fee and then a 10% minimum tip. Yeah. No one else that I know of in the industry does a 10% minimum tip. Because what I had somebody even the other day goes, well, you're going to lose orders from people that don't want to pay that 10% tip. And I'm like, okay. I'm okay with somebody that doesn't want to tip, because guess what? Somebody that doesn't want to tip is usually the same person that's going to try to charge back. They're usually going to be the kind of person that says, oh my gosh, stuff was missing. Yep. They're going to say this. And so I want the drivers to be taken care of. I want our drivers to go, you know what? Like, I like this company because I'm building a business. And our drivers get the ability to refer restaurants. They get the ability to refer customers and other drivers. They, you know, if they refer a restaurant to us, that driver can make 40 cents on every order. Guess who some of the best people to refer restaurants to us are? Drivers. Good drivers. Like the lady you're talking about. Yeah. She's a professional. She's doing this as a business. If she was doing delivery, she would be the one that made sure she was on time. She would be the one. So there's a lot of people that deliver for these other companies that would be great. And they can build.
I think it incentivizes people to work better and harder. You know, it's like they want to now. It's like they want to work hard now because they're getting compensated the right way, and that's key.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. So the drivers make $3 per order flat, and it's all in our compensation pattern, program. But they make $3 plus 10%. We encourage people to do 20%, but if there's more, they make more. They make 100% of their tips and $3 flat. On the customer side of it, we wanted to make it valuable for the customer. So the customer pays they pay that $3 and a 10% tip, $3.50. They also will pay either, if they decide to do one order at a time and they don't join our membership program, they pay $5. So overall on an order, they're going to pay $9 on an order. Now, if they don't do a membership program, now Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, some of these companies are raising the prices on the food. Yes. You know, they're hiding fees. We're transparent about every single thing we do. So if somebody does $5 an order and $3.50, it's around $9 in fees, which is okay. That's about standard. But if somebody pays $10 a month, they get unlimited deliveries with us. They don't have to pay. They pay $10 a month. They get unlimited deliveries. Now that $5 per order is gone. Like it's out. They can also choose to pay by the year. They can pay $100. Now they get 14 months for the price of 12. Right. Or so they're paying $100 for the year and they're saving $20 for the year. Absolutely. And they get unlimited delivery for that whole year. Now, what we've done on the other side of it is also make it so that people that want to get involved with our company can go out and build a business within it. You know, you don't have to go out and pay a bunch of money. Like we put millions of dollars into our software. We're putting millions of dollars more into it. We're building a software based on the blockchain. We're in the NFT world. Like I know that what you are. Like, so we're very, very forward thinking. At some point, we're in the process right now. We are already partnered up with a company that has a coin and is in the prescription delivery business. So we're getting with that. We have a streaming service that we brought in so that we can, our whole company's goal is to deliver value every possible way we can. You know, we deliver value to the customers, the drivers, the restaurants.
How much, not to cut you off, much? Like,
you got to cut me off or I'll go forever.
In average, how much are restaurants saving per year using this company?
I mean, if you just do the math, if a restaurant's doing, let's say they're doing $100,000 a year in delivery. $100,000, and let's say the average order, I'm just doing the math right now, 100,000 divided by, the average order is about $40. So $40, that's 2,500 orders a year. On the other style, 15 to 30% on 100,000, that's 15,000 to 30,000, somewhere in that range. With us, 2,500 times $2, they're gonna pay 5,000.
Do you really need to sell anybody on saving money?
No. And the only thing you got to get people to understand is these restaurants have been taken advantage of for so long. They're just now starting to figure it out. Like, we sold out our company because I knew this wasn't the way we were doing it, the same way everyone else was. Yeah. And I knew sooner or later that was going to go away. Restaurants were going to figure it out. But I never understood why restaurants kept doing it. And what I finally figured out was before the pandemic hit, when you got a full restaurant of people and you got things going, like, you're so busy, you're not paying attention to the money that's going out the door for the delivery. And if you're about breaking even, you're okay. You don't worry about it. Now, whenever you're just doing delivery and takeout during the pandemic, they start looking at every dime. Yeah. And you're going, we're either not making money or we're losing money. Why do we keep doing this? So they go start, and it's happened. They're going and complaining to the delivery services. And now the delivery services are telling them, you know what? Instead of doing it okay, you don't want to pay that 15 to 30%, just raise the prices of your food. Now, people are already paying higher food costs because of supply chain issues and food costs and inflation and everything else. Now you're going to add a 30% increase on that, or 20%. Yeah. That's not right for the customer now. So our thing is to do things on volume. Mm-hmm. The Walmart way worked. Our thing is to do it on volume. So we're growing on a daily basis. But the great thing about it, the opportunity for us is so immense. We're still only in about 35 to 40 cities that we're opening right now. Yeah. And we've got more that are open, but we're opening more on a daily basis.
Is there anyone so if I talk to a restaurant owner and get them signed up, is there someone I could talk to as far as customer service to get the ball rolling?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you'll get a link. Have you already?
Oh yeah.
The link? Okay, so you'll have a link. You can put your link in your show or whatever. Yeah. They can do that. We have a full team. So to open a city, we need to have 10 restaurants, 10 drivers in a 5-mile area, just so it's all concentrated. Then we kind of move out from there. But we have a whole training program where we have conference calls on a weekly basis. People can get on Tuesdays and Friday mornings. I do a getting started training. We have videos how to do it, what to say to a restaurant. If somebody's got a restaurant, we can get on the phone with them. That's what we do on a daily basis. Absolutely. So we help people, but it's really easy. When I go in and talk to a restaurant, I'll have my app there. I'll have my QR code. I can use my referral link. It ties everything to it. They fill out a little bit of information.
I'm speaking about after they fill out the referral link.
Right.
The next part, as far as them talking to the company and getting the software set up.
Yeah. So once they get 10 restaurants and 10 drivers in a 5-mile area, all they do is they send us a link if they're on Uber Eats or DoorDash, they send us a link to the menu. To merchants, we have an email. We can go through that later on, but there's an email they send it to. And then my staff will go, and we have a computer program that'll go out and scrape the menu and put it into their format. It'll upload it into our system. And all they got to do is the restaurant's got to check the prices to make sure they're right. And make sure that everything's put in, like the hours and all that kind of stuff. And they get an app. The restaurant gets an app that they download, and they have full control over it. If the restaurant wants to go, hey, you know what? And I can do trainings and stuff with you on this stuff, but Absolutely. They can go in there and decide, hey, we ran out of something. They can 86 it right out of the app.
That's what I wanted to know. You just answered it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, they can do everything out of the app. We have an app for drivers, customers, and reps. We have a website called Snap Delivered Team that, when you send out that link that they sign up through that, it'll track everything for them. If they get restaurants signed up, they'll be in the back office. They get customers signed up, it'll be in the back office. Customers, we give them the ability to go out. Like we can't compete when it comes to spending money. We don't want to. I don't want to go spend $100 million like Uber Eats or DoorDash does to get customers. Right. I want to get customers doing this based on word of mouth. You're doing the right thing, getting restaurants excited about what we're doing and how we're saving them money, getting customers have the ability to, if I refer a customer, let's say I'm a customer and I refer you, you download the app, you pay $10 a month. I don't have to be involved in the company at all, but because I referred you, every month, I'm going to make 20% of that $10. I'm going to make $2.
Boom. There's nothing like this.
No, there's not, and it's so funny because I have people that, they're like, oh my God, this is genius, this and that. And I'm like, well, can you call my mother and tell her I'm a genius, because she doesn't believe it at all. But it's not. Like I went to high school in Texas. I was born and raised not an Eagles fan, so I'm a little bit smarter than Eagle here. I'm just messing with you. But I barely got out of high school. I failed algebra 1 twice, but I met a man when I was 22 that goes, listen, you got to find a big solution. If you find a solution to a big problem, you get a big paycheck. And that's all I've done over the course of my career. Gold prices were high at one point. I figured out a way to do in-home parties where women were selling their gold. We were buying $1 million in gold a week. And it wasn't because I was smart. I just looked at it and go, what's something I can do different? And same thing with delivery. My partner, for 2.5 years, he was making so much money doing it the other way. He's like, nope. And finally, I got through to him that that's a problem. Like, restaurants can't afford. How many of us have seen restaurants close down? Like, there's so many restaurants that are closing down because of that.
Oh my goodness.
You know, and if we can do it, if you can do it, and your listeners or followers can find a way to help them, like, this thing goes crazy.
Yeah.
And then we're about that tipping point. So now's the time to get involved. I tell people all the time, like, we've been involved for about a year. July 3rd will be our 1 year. And we've been laying the foundation. We've been building the whole thing, and it's about to pop.
And then right now it's food, but it's gonna go into like flowers, alcohol.
Yes, we're gonna do alcohol. We'll do delivery. I tell people we'll do everything delivery that's legal. You know, I mean, right now we're already delivering, a streaming TV, and we have a whole entertainment play that's coming from that. Like our company that we're dealing with right now is sports heavy. It's a thing called VidGo, but we're starting with that. But we have a whole plan at some point because everything is going based this way. Right. I mean, internet, blockchain, Metaverse. Like I envisioned a thing one day. I was talking to one of my buddies, and he had a girlfriend in Ecuador, one of my business partners. And I'm like, so he's like, I got to go home. I got a date tonight. I'm like, your girlfriend knows you're dating? And he goes, no, she's in Ecuador. I'm here. We order the same food. We go pick it up at Burger King. And then we get on Netflix and watch a movie together. And I'm like, oh, isn't that cute? I started making fun of him, but he's my friend, so that's okay. But it was crazy to me because I go, how does that work? And he's like, well, we got to press play at the same time. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, the Metaverse. Like, I don't understand the Metaverse completely, but if you could put on goggles and you had a family member that was in the hospital or overseas or something like that, and you could both walk into the same restaurant and you could order the food and have it delivered through Snap Delivered, and you could sit down at the table virtually in the restaurant, but eat your real food and watch a movie together, how huge would that be? Like, these are just some of the things that I think are coming, and we're going to be on the cutting edge of all that kind of stuff.
That's right.
But in the beginning,
whether we like it or agree with it or not, it's coming.
Right. That's like crypto. Everybody, and listen, I know crypto goes up and down and this and that, but like, that's not going away. You know, it's just perfecting it. It's just finding a way to make it work and how it's going to work and utility. And that's how life has always been. They started out with a cell phone, and now you do everything but make a phone call on it. Like, that's what they did. Like, I make very few phone calls, but I do Zoom meetings all day. I do social media. I text. So something starts out as one thing and morphs into another. And that's why delivery, we're going to be a global company all over the world. And we're going to do it by doing the right thing by people and adding back. My biggest, right now, our slogan is order, eat, repeat. I really believe we're going to change that to Snap Delivered, delivering value globally. Yeah. Like, that's what I think it'll go to, because that's what we're looking to do.
Because if you think about it, it's so true. Look at all the things that you're enabling with this Snap Delivered app. It's not just delivery.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got so much behind it. And then you're giving the drivers, customers, the ability to earn income. They're going to want to keep using the app because of everything that you provide.
Right.
Value.
Absolutely,
man. I so greatly appreciate you coming on my show. I wanted to just have you come on and just get the word out about the business, a good gist of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some of your trainings that you've already done to give people even a further look into this. Because, like I said, when I first saw this, I jumped on it. I don't ever do that. It was so. I guess because
so many people say that too. I hear that all the time.
Yeah, I guess because I've done delivery and I understood the concept ASAP.
Right. Yeah, it's a simple concept. And it's funny because now I walk into a restaurant and they understand delivery. 5, 7, 8, 9 years ago when I walked in, they're like, what are you talking about? We don't do delivery here. Yeah. So how far it's come, and it's still, they predict that by the year 2025, this will be over $200 billion industry. So there's still plenty of room to grow. And there's an enormous room for a company like ours that's doing the right thing. And we're doing, I tell people all the time, we're a national company with a local feel. We're trying to do the right thing by the local restaurants, the local things. We'll get those big corporations. They'll all want to do it with us. But we got to start with the mom and pops and the people that we're trying to help save them money on it. I'll leave you with this. The other day, I was talking to one of my assistants in the company. I said, run me a thing. I want to see how many restaurants we have that have never done delivery. And she said, it's amazing how many she goes, it's a quarter of the restaurants. We have over 1,000 restaurants that have signed up with us. She said over 300 of those, over a third have never done delivery before because of the high fees and all that kind of stuff. They're doing it with us because we're finally doing it the right way. Right. So the ones that have never done it are doing it with us. And now the ones that have done it and been taken advantage of, they're going to move over too.
Absolutely. And that's what, that's what the big companies usually do too. They always wait to see what the little guy's going to do. Oh, okay, we're there now? Okay, now we'll come.
That's 100% what happened in the delivery space in the beginning.
Absolutely.
We didn't get the big corporations, so the smaller ones did it. But we're going to grow so quick in the next 12 to 18 months. That's why we've been building our infrastructure and getting it right. Strong. And it's about to pop. So, I mean, anybody that's not an Philadelphia Eagles fan, welcome to work with us.
Show's over.
We like to have fun too.
Well, once again, man, I greatly appreciate your time. I know you're busy as hell, and I'm just thankful for this opportunity. I'm going to be sharing this with as many people as I can as possible.
Awesome. I'll help you any way I can.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Eagle.
Absolutely. Talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Boom.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the swift, keep it walking. Respecting elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in the streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain.